Oh, and I'm way up here. Hello, it's been a while since I've used this camera. We've got a new angle. Welcome in. New. Oh, that's not the angle. Stay. Here we go. Welcome in. Anyone who's still here. Which I don't know if anyone is still in because, you know. But we're here. Because never tag, I can't do sound alerts. So there will be no resolutions permanently if I just stream off my PlayStation. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Because if it's what you want, then fine, I'll stream off my PlayStation permanently, and it won't be an issue. You know? Not an issue if I just stream off my PlayStation. There's no random absolute bullshit happens with Streamlabs. But you know what? I think I'm fully done with Streamlabs now. That was the last straw. That was the last straw. But you know what? We're just gonna have to put up with this. Yeah, never tell you it is smoother if I stream off on PlayStation because it's in higher quality. I have to like down the resolution because one, my PC's shit, and then two, the way I have to stream remote play makes it worse, as well as because I have to stream it to my PC and then upload it, which is just difficult. But anyway, welcome back, Elliot, as well. But the rant is now fully over because we're not using Streamlabs again, so you won't hear me rant about Streamlabs. Maloney's gone 1,000th off pole. Yes, it is 5 AM here, Elliot. So it is very, very late. But anyway, Leclerc's gone green, gone purple green. Verstappen's only gone yellow yellow, but Verstappen is the driver who sits on pole. Can Leclerc do it? Can Leclerc do it as he crosses the line? Verstappen crosses the line. Don't think Verstappen's improving. Leclerc, has he done it? Oh, he's 6,000 off! Elliot, I'm from Ireland. Where are you from yourself, Elliot? 6,000. You're Swedish. I may do a Swedish impression a lot because I like to call R my sweetie. My sweetie. Because it's 10 PM for R. And she's my sweetie. Oh no! Elliot is not a fan. He's like, that impression is shit. Delete yourself. Anyway. No! Don't leave. No, Elliot, don't do it. Don't do it. I love how it was the screaming down the mic. It wasn't the problem. It was the Swedish impression. Was the issue. You're like, I'm fine with them screaming, you know, but Swedish impressions. That's the line. You know what I mean? Stop what? R. Anyway, it'll be softs here in the sprint. Softs in the sprint. Anyway, we've got sprint race now. I don't know if R wants me to stop the Swedish accent or not, I don't know. It'd be funny if I just looked at my followers and they all just plummeted, and I was like, oh my lord.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Elliot, that happened. That happened in our save, where Logie Sarge won the Monaco GP twice, I believe? Or at least once. Brilliant run here from Leclerc. 2024, you know what? I would love that, Elliot, I'll tell you. For you? What? I'm confused now. I'm quite confused. Anyway, moving swiftly onward. The good thing though about this chat, it happened in your Williams save. That is heroic, hilarious. Sorry, I didn't know Logan was such an absolute baller. But I tell you what, the good thing about this headset is that whenever we do tea breaks while I stream off my PS5, is during tea breaks I can still talk to you all, because my kitchen's just like right there, so I can still talk to the mic, and the headphones have got good range. Yellow flag, there's a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. The debris on the track. The debris on the track. It's Liam Lawson again. Has did the exact same crash that he didn't qualify.
Now their confidence will have taken a hit with that.
Nom. Gnarly, bro. Virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. Is it ending yet? Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? Alright, chap. It's time to drop the hammer. It's hammer time. There you get full on snack ASMR. You gotta hear me put the mic in my mouth and just hear all the crunching. Pizza time? Oh, the McLarens are both here, hilarious. It is Ferrari 1-2 followed by McLaren 3-4. Vachor has dropped off. Don't put the mic at the back of my throat. Okay. He would brutally get done? What does that mean? Are they gonna do me? What does done mean? Is it just me, chat, or does that sound hot or what? No? Just me? No? Murder me for doing what? Which part did I do? What did I do? Is that why PewDiePie left? PewDiePie did not want to get murdered. For doing a shitty Swedish accent? Yep. You gotta understand that everyone does a shitty accent of everywhere. And chat, here's an interesting concept you've probably never thought of in your life. And I'm sure you've heard bad accents before, but have you ever thought, there are so many people living there that there is someone that sounds like that. That there is someone that sounds like someone doing a bad accent of where that location is. Food for thought. Because there's so many people. So many people. Like, so many people. Or I know loads of Spanish words, they're just the words I decide to say. Also true, Andrew. But they have said, get fucked, cunt. Anyway. We're having fun here. No one's really anywhere near us. See, Ella, you've been absolutely blindsided by that thought that you're like, maybe there is someone that sounds like that. You know what I mean? He's smarter than that. Thank you for breaking the stereotype. I don't know if he's broke the stereotype. I think he just kind of reinforced it there by saying that's all they do. But there is a stereotype that Family Guy found. There's a Family Guy episode, and normally every Irish stereotype is like wrong by a distance. But there's a Family Guy episode where they say in the episode, "You're from one town over, so I hate your guts." And that, yeah, we do, yeah. There's a thing called a derby, and you don't like who's ever all the people from one town over, for whatever reason.
So we're heading now into
I've never understood it, but it's just the way things are. You're from one town over, so I hate your guts.
unable to control the...
No, there's shrimp thing. No, or you meant the swearing. You meant the swearing. Because that's the funny part. Right, medium overtake. Maloney's just kind of holding up Sonoda here, which we're happy enough with, because we just escape off in the distance and frolic in the flowers, in the fields. Just easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Been a rather comfortable sprint for us, although Leclerc now's fallen back from Max Verstappen. Can Charles Leclerc hold the DRS of Max Verstappen in the Ferrari? Max Verstappen now down this right. And Leclerc's gonna absolutely send it in on the cunt. My word. Leclerc now on the inside of Max Verstappen. And Max Verstappen has to concede the position to Charles Leclerc. Is this the kind of commentary you want, chat? Yeah? This is the kind of levels? You made yourself more Irish when you did that. I hate your guts. Yeah, I hate your guts. And it's not more Irish, it's just Southern. Because me speaking right now is Irish. I have just did a Southern accent.
Increase and lift up, please, Max.
Mucho simply. It's Max Verstappen now on the inside of Charles Leclerc. And what an absolute move round the outside. I just want to see how many people I can offend. Like, how many countries can I offend with the accents, you know what I mean? Give me another country to offend here. It's Charles Leclerc back down the inside of Max Verstappen. And you gotta think, chat, again, my little, you know, my theory of there are so many Australians, for example. Yellow flag for George Russell. Hiya, Georgie.
Let's have a look here as we go into turn 8. Well, you can see the lockup. They were just unable to do much about it.
Sweet, Georgie. Sweet. Italy. Forza Ferrari. We're box for hard. Box for hard. We need some more Lyco. I'm just gonna say everything that the engineers say, you know what I mean? It's pretty simple. The best way is to copy the accents that you learn. So whenever you would hear like, what did you type there are? Whenever you learn like how like a French person would talk, it would be from, you dropped your notebook on your keys, that's impressive. To then type at the same time. Like, how you would learn like how a French person talks is like if there's like a football game and then someone's been interviewed after the match, and then you're like, just copy. Who? And also there's another cheat code where it's just pronouncing footballers' names the way they would say their own name. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, Elliot's facts. It is facts. Now at some point, Elliot has started adding full stops, aka periods, to the end of his words / sentences. So I feel like I have angered Elliot, which, you know, sometimes you need someone to rattle you to you know, learn what you're made of. I don't know. Yes, yeah, sure. I'm here all week. Elliot's just like that that meme with a bald fist. Is it Arthur? The bald fist Arthur meme. Anyway, chat, time to push now. Push now. We are going to push for the final 2 laps.
Hold the overtake.
Yeah.
2 more laps.
I thought for a moment there he was going to do it up a Rouge, which would have been absolute suicide. I'm yet to see a crash on a Rouge though this game. I wonder, do they not have it coded in? Verstappen was having a little look. He was looking. He was looking. Elliot says, I am so angry now. Grrr. 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 So angry. Gee whizzums. Stroll, what? I'm confused. I'm so angry right now. Stroll's money. Dad. That sentence confuses me. Anger equals better grammar. Does it? Do I speak more eloquently when I am angry? Because I love to pronounce the vulgarity. Verstappen has a little look down the outside, or the inside. But is he gonna go for the move here? Down the Camel Straight. As they go up a Rouge through Radion. Verstappen really has one more bite at the cherry. He's not gonna go for it. You see, chat, whenever they're in this position where Verstappen could pull out of the toe if he wanted to, but instead his left tire is like aligned with Leclerc's right, which makes no fucking sense why they'd race like that. Like, why would you not just A, stay in the toe to build your straight line speed, or B, pull out of the toe to go for the overtake? But as I said, Verstappen did the left tire thing, so he's not going to go for the move, you know? Yeah. It's pretty simple. Verstappen has the rest of the lap to get it done. But is he going to pull it off?
Copy.
We will see.
Increase in lift off. Yeah, yeah. Max, just to confirm it's...
And I feel like also the AI really does not send it into the bus stop that much. Like, they really do not send it into bus stop an awful lot. Even like I don't think Verstappen was close enough there, but normally they do. Elliot says Justin Bieber.
Yeah, you nailed it this time.
Ah.
Well done.
Anyway, Maloney followed by Sonoda. Versure, Norris, both Alfa Romeos still scoring. Solov just about misses out in points.
Yeah, nice.
Rip.
Good job.
Charles Leclerc there.
R comes in defending Biebs. Do not spell Biebs wrong. R is like, I am the true one and only Bebet. Anyway, it's gonna be soft Inter. So it is. So is R. What's your excuse? Would it be quicker to do 2 Inter stints? Because I feel like staying out on one lap is like not quick, but I am stupid. Maybe staying out in 1 Inter stint is the way to go. Let's try that, I guess. Bebet, yeah. What is a Bieber? What is a female Bieber fan? A Bebet. Yeah. It's very, very simple to understand here. Anyway, chat. Just hoping that no one does a Grosjean recreation into turn 1 here.
We've got 44 laps ahead of us here in Spa as we get ready for the Belgian Grand Prix.
As we load up now for
Just what Charles Leclerc can achieve here.
They start in P1, but will they be able to stay there? The first corner could be
hopefully
crucial.
a win here in Spa.
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine.
A believer. Well, I don't believe what you're talking about. Bebet is way cooler.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Leclerc gets away well here. Verstappen's kind of bogged down a little bit. He's allowed the McLaren into the battle. Verstappen on the inside, but can he keep it ahead of the McLaren? Needs to go high on overtake aggression here to stay ahead of the McLaren. But Maloney's right there. Is Maloney going to get through? Verstappen absolutely sucks. Unbelievable. Anyway, all of a sudden the McLarens are looking a lot quicker than they were in the sprint. Like a lot quicker? Like suspiciously quicker.
Okay.
Yep. Maloney did get the sprint race podium. We're now just trying to hold on to the back of him with Verstappen here, and he's struggling.
Okay, slow down. Copy that.
Yep, Vershaw up in P5. Meanwhile, Lawson. Sean, I don't know if you missed it, but he crashed at the exact same place he did in qualifying in the sprint. I wonder will he do it again in the race. Well, Max is completely pushing everything, so I think what we have to do now with Leclerc is completely park it
And charge button on. Copy.
so that Max can get back in the DRS here, because Max is pushing fucking flat out.
Okay, DRS now enabled.
And then we're just going to go back on neutral everything. But I don't know why we're struggling so much here at the start. Max is giving it everything, but it's just not got the pace at all. I think he made an error in the sprint, Sean, along with Russell as well. Russell had a big error in the sprint.
Charge button off.
Charge button off, charge button off. I don't know why Verstappen's struggling so much here. Just keeps dropping back in the delta, I don't know why.
Make the tyres last, Max.
Like, Leclerc's doing fine, but Verstappen's having to push so much harder than Leclerc is. We trash truck McLaren and now it's biting us back, yes. Couldn't be more right, Sean. Couldn't be more right. We are really tasting our own medicine at the moment.
You can catch
I
it.
think we're going to have to push the rest of the lap here because the McLarens are quick. And yep, they are really quick.
Take some points on Leclerc, please.
Like, really quick. Yellow flag out now, I don't know who that's for. Is it for
The yellow flag.
Lawson again?
Yeah, copy.
Is it for Lawson again?
Now this is what happened as they took turn 8.
Lawson is having an absolute mare.
This, I'm sure.
Unbelievable.
So the rain that we expect to hit will be light.
Like an absolute mare at... Have we dropped Sonoda now out of DRS? He still has DRS here, but maybe we could drop him a little bit. It's marginal. We need to get neutral a bit. But Sonoda still has it. He got his one and only win with Alpine in Season 7 at Australia. Yeah, we do remember that. One of the rare wins, similar to the Bashore win. Maloney's win was ridiculous. But
Yeah.
it started raining now, chat.
Understood.
Try your best.
Round the outside goes Leclerc. And I believe we have to make this move because in the wet it's going to be a lot harder to overtake. Can Leclerc stick it around with Maloney here? Leclerc now trying to get by. Meanwhile, Max needs to use the pace in this Ferrari to stay with the drivers ahead. We can drop Sonoda out of this battle, that'd be great. Leclerc does get through now. Meanwhile, Max is trying to hold on to the DRS of the cars ahead, struggling at the moment, unable to catch them. And I would love to play the team game here, and I think I'm going to have to here. I was going to say I'm not gonna, but I think we have to. I think we have to play the team game.
More light
Rain is coming down, but not at a really rapid rate. We have built a gap to the Haas's, but yeah, we will have to double stack, Sean.
Just keep the patience up.
Unless we box early with one of the drivers, which we may do because it's such a long lap here in Spa. I think we may box one of the drivers. I think we're going to do another lap here before we think about boxing. Just yet.
Press and hold the overtake.
If Verstappen can get past Maloney here, maybe. For sure, still here. Sonoda's still here. I still don't think it's going to be Inters until next lap, realistically. I think we've another lap in us. Yeah. Optimal pit stop time now, and we did predict that. Is Verstappen going to send it in? He is! Come on, Verstappen! Come on! He's backed out of it. Why is he backed out of it? He almost had it. There's a yellow flag out. Please don't be a safety car or something, because
Right then.
what was the yellow flag for?
Now this was the Alfa Romeo. Things were going smoothly.
Teo Porcher just goes deep.
The brakes couldn't cope.
Does he rejoin though?
Scramble, and it was
R says Inters. I think Porcher forgot how to rejoin. Did he? Where is he now? I'm so confused. Where's Porcher? Yep, he forgot how to rejoin. Yeah, he's at the back. Hilarious. Alright, chat. I reckon this is the lap we go in with Max. Whereas I think we can do another lap here with Leclerc.
Recharge on, please, Max. No risk.
I'm just double checking. I have told him to box. Yes, I have. Meanwhile, with Leclerc, we're going to stay out here. Actually, if it lets me, I want a double stack. I don't know if... I think it may be too late. If it lets me, but I think it's too late. Oh, it isn't too late. Okay. I am going to double stack here. I feel like the rain is about to come down heavy, and we had to. Come on, good pit stop for Leclerc here. Yes, it is a good pit stop. Leclerc gets gone. Come on. No, he's held. Come on. Verstappen didn't get too held, but Leclerc now is in the lead ahead of Maloney. But I believe if we had continued on another lap, chat, it would have been ropes. I think we had to. I think we had to go in now. I think that was the best time to box. Verstappen now exits P5. Yeah. And Piastri's now jumped to P3, Vershoor P6, Mick, North, Solov, Joe. Solov is always in the points, hey? Always in the points. But honestly, chat, now it'll be Inters until the end, realistically. So we just need to manage these Inters realistically and try and not lose positions. Yeah, Max did have a pit stop issue there, but, I mean, he was going to get held in the pits really regardless, so...
Look after the tires.
Maloney looks quick here though, chat. He is really close behind LeChugga Chugga Choo Choo. I don't know how much of a defense we're going to be able to put up. Oh my god, I pressed the wrong button and he's already fucking passed. Are you joking? Wow. Wow. Verstappen, you don't have a contract, but this could be really it is the mid-season, or it is the halfway point in the season after this event, you know, which is normally when everyone thinks of to do contracts,
Heading down the straight,
and you struggling with a Haas
and the car just locks.
just locks up and goes wide as Albon. Can Leclerc? Well, he doesn't need to defend anymore because he would be just defending clear air at the stage. Meanwhile, Max now needs to head down the road if he has the brain power to do that.
Pick up the pace of it.
We're just gonna keep an eye on our temps. We boxed under the wet weather, exited first, but then Leclerc got done by Maloney at some point, and has again the defense of a wet paper towel. So yep. But at least we've got to manage our fuel chat, you know. Swings and roundabouts. At least Verstappen is now dropped Versure behind, and Verstappen's now catching Yuki Tsunoda. Can Leclerc start to catch Maloney, though? He's been around 3 seconds behind for quite some time now. Can... Oh.
Got a yellow flag.
Who's the yellow flag for?
See what happened.
It's for Zolov. No. No, Zolov. Could have had another P9 this season, could Zolov. But it's ropes. Meanwhile, though, Verstappen's now on the rear of Piastri. I think we need to clear Piastri before Verstappen's tyres get too hot here. So he needs to make the move out of bus stop here immediately into turn 1 if he can. Absolutely never tag, but unfortunately he's spun, so that is in the bin. Come on, Verstappen. You hear Zoloff, not Zolov. Yeah, and then Verstappen's just so good that he knows how to overtake and everything, yeah.
You'll lift the coast a little bit more, please.
You hear so long, not Zolov. Because it's kind of like a silent T, it's Zolov. Zolov. But it's kind of, it's like half pronounced. Zolov. You know? Now this is just a guess. He could say his name and it is my name is Tasala. I don't know. It's chicken tikka masala. You know. He could really have a name of anything. Chicken and chips, absolutely, Elliot. That could be his name. Verstappen sends it in. Oh. His name could be chicken and chips, and we just don't know. You know.
Roll down.
Zane Maloney last one, season 8. Was it season 8,
Confirm it's third.
Sean? Because it feels like it was longer. Chicken and a can of Coke. Yeah, of course. Like now the Scouse has left me. I want some chicken. I want some chicken, and a can of Coke. I'm struggling with the Scouse, I must say. You've got me doing so many bad accents. Carlsberg is a beer, that used to be the sponsorship on Liverpool's shirt, which is aka where the Scousers come from. You find it funny for no reason. Want some chicken and a can of Coke. Typical Spa lol, yeah.
Big lift off now.
Also, there's Carlsberg adverts on the TV as well, so either way, really. Meanwhile, chat. Meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom,
Focus.
Charles Leclerc
Yeah, go for
can see Zane Maloney in his sights.
hunting time.
Now we should
Yellow
be able to
flag
take a
for
look.
what? For what?
Now this happens down at turn 8. And the car fails to
Montoya! 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 Here, here, my friend. Montoya! Montoya! Here,
Okay, Max.
here. Leclerc now going to try and send it on the McLaren. Too far back. Yeah, McLaren's been struggling. Can Verstappen get Piastri? No, he fucking can't. Come on, Leclerc. Now, this is what annoys me about this game as a Rouge, is that it's like a 50-50 whether the driver will decide to pull out of the toe, and Leclerc has decided to not pull out of the toe, and will go down the whole straight in the toe without pulling out of the toe, to at least have a look at a move. Yeah, we are losing time now, Leclerc, because you're not going for the fucking move, you absolute donkey. Some more Lyco, some more Lyco. Verstappen's finally done it! He's done it! He's absolutely gotten past Oscar Piastri!
You can catch him.
Just keep the patience up, Max.
Okay.
Come on, Leclerc. Who's in charge? Me or the devil? Leclerc would be great. Come on, Leclerc. Just get past him. Leclerc is like ruining his tires by not overtaking Maloney. Like 5% worse enters now. Come on, Leclerc. Just do it. Remember what Nike said. Gonna try and get Verstappen now to back off his tires to get them back into temperature. Meanwhile, Leclerc, it is your last opportunity. If you don't get this now, you are fucked. You suck so hard. So hard. We now need Leclerc to back off, cut his temps. Yeah, just sits in the toe. Doesn't want to go for the move. Just a scared little boy.
On the tires perspective, we can push a bit more.
On the tires perspective, we can push more. We can push more.
Let's see what
What's this
happened.
yellow flag for?
It was the Williams driver.
Montoya again.
Whoa! And
Montoya, Montoya here, here, my friend. Montoya, Montoya here, here, my friend. Alright, let's see, can our drivers finally get back in? Le DRS slash, there's no DRS anyway.
let's
Go,
have a look at that.
go,
Right,
go,
we're down at turn
go.
5. Just a bit too
Leclerc, just
wide.
drive your car. I know you locked up, okay, but just drive your car. Just drive your car. Thank God. Thank God for driving your car. Jesus Christ. I'm happy at least he did not lose out to Sonoda, at least. At the very least, he just did not lose out to Sonoda.
You can slow down.
Copy.
Well, we can't fire Leclerc because Leclerc is the driver who's leading the fucking championship at least. But yeah, Leclerc is pretty sure nailed on that he's allowed Maloney to escape here. Leclerc could have won, but just on the day, better man won, and Maloney should get his first win with McLaren here. Should.
Copy that.
Right. Verstappen now is getting close to Tsunoda here. He may only have a couple laps to do it. I don't feel like he's close enough just yet. Meanwhile, Leclerc still trying to close on Maloney. We're now a couple laps out.
The tyres?
Push time, Verstappen. There's your answer.
Your tyre temperature is back under control for the moment.
Not close enough just yet.
So just manage your tyres.
Verstappen, come on. Come on, Max. Come on, Max, you can do it. Get out the turning. Oh, Max, Super Max, Super Max, Super Max, Super Max. Come on, Max. Despite the horrendous weekend loss in his P12, I mean, he's not getting points despite the horrific weekend, so not really much can be said in his defense. We're just going to deploy now with Leclerc because has nothing else going for him. Can Verstappen get past Tsunoda? He actually may send it, chat. Norris is in the points with Mercedes, crazy. Verstappen on the inside! Is he gonna do it? Come on! Come on! Get in! Get in! Get in!
That was good racing.
Good racing. That's how you do it right there, chat. That is how you do it. I'ma tell Verstappen to push on his tyres the rest of the race because
Don't take any risk, please.
really no consequence.
Yeah.
And with Leclerc, there's 3 laps remaining, I'm just gonna tell him to push.
And you can push.
You can push now, you can push now. May as well just dump the battery, all we have to try and catch up to the lead if we can. Although, Maloney's tyres are way better than us, so I doubt it. No, but we have been switching the overtake aggression up and down, Elliot. From high anytime we'd be in the region. You know what I mean? We have it on low now because we're just trying to use the pace of the car. Final lap we go. And Leclerc has got up to 2.6 behind, but I think that might be all she wrote. I think we're just gonna
Lift off at this stage.
tell our drivers to... Yeah, Elliot, we'll put him on high and he'll still not make a move. Piastri's hit a mistake! Unbelievable! That means Mick Schumacher and for sure get up extra points here. Love to see it. And Oscar Piastri's absolutely fact it. What a cunt. That's how they talk, yeah. Oscar Piastri. And we're just gonna manage what we have at this stage. We don't want to accidentally lock up into the final corner. We're just gonna take the podium on the chin, limit the damage that Maloney has done. Maloney gets the fastest lap and the win, but Maloney is a good distance behind. But Maloney does win in the McLaren, followed by both Ferraris. Followed by Tsunoda, who is our bigger threat at this moment in time. For sure now on the back of Mick, but I believe Mick has got P5 here. Followed by Piastri, Russell, Norris and Zhou. Weird how Zhou's back in the points. Zhou has been so far to the points for so long. You know. Yes, what now? We're not happy. Streamlabs has essentially packed it in. And the thing is, what now? There's been so many issues with Streamlabs over the last couple of months, but the final straw was I was talking and my mic was like being delayed, so the whole thing was out of sync. And the best part is for the 1000th time, I had just clicked start stream. I had not changed a thing, and things kept breaking. So, fuck that. If something breaks as a result of me fucking with it, then I'll be like, okay, understandable. But stuff started breaking without me even touching anything. Maybe if Streamlabs sponsored me and everything, they'd send me a PC and Streamlab that would a version of Streamlabs that would fucking work. Because they know if it didn't work, it would reflect badly on them. Anyway, Maloney gets the win. Just had superior pace than us, to be honest. Maloney down in P7 in the championship. I don't believe Maloney can win the championship from this far back. We kind of just want to limit the points that Tsunoda gets because he's the bigger threat at this moment. Tsunoda could win. Oh, you're right. What now? I can just get rid of that now because we're not using Streamlabs. Because to use Streamlabs, what now? I'd be using Remote Play to my PC, so I don't have to use that anymore. McLaren now move up to P2 in the championship. What the fuck's happened now? What was that? I was like, is the PS5 breaking as well? What was that? Just a big black blob on the screen. This is DHL, I just noticed it is all. Yeah, but that... We'd have it blocked up when using Streamlabs, but now... Streamlabs has packed it in. We're gonna start using OBS from now on. I've just gotta, you know, start using OBS. Hiding the confidential details, I mean... I don't really know what confidential details I have. Maloney is P7 in the standings, Sean. He has just moved up 3 places from P10. So I don't think Maloney's going to win the championship here. Our bigger threat is Tsunoda. We need to limit the points that Tsunoda gets. If we can even let Maloney just head off in the distance because Maloney has way more to catch. Maloney would have to win like 3 races just to get where Yuki is. You know, I would hope at that point that we're already scoring still decently, which is a great word. Anyway. I will say though, chat, if we were to give Verstappen completely new component parts, it would leave us with 1.5 million for the rest of the season. So we're not going to do that. So basically, we're going to try and get through the season, trying to give Verstappen as little as possible. I think let's see what Verstappen has. But he's going to need a new rear wing and a chassis. but Verstappen has a decent engine, which is not going to be decent for very long. Verstappen towards the end of the season is going to be rubbish. He has one working ERS system, basically. I know what now the cost cap is an issue where he has no real good gearboxes. So I think for Verstappen we have one gearbox and one ERS system, and we may have to just... that may have to be his engines for the rest of the season. And yes, what now? We have been doing research, but we have 19 million remaining in the cost cap for the rest of the season. We've just hit the summer break, so we're only at the halfway point now. What now? Well, what now? We need Verstappen to, at the very least, hold Tsunoda back. You know, us leaving Verstappen in the dust doesn't help us at all. We need him to help Leclerc at minimum. So us just offloading doesn't help at all. We have been researching already what now, but do we have the ability to research at the moment? I know the cap. This is the debate that we're in what now? The issue, though, with Verstappen is if he breaks another car, then it might be over. So Verstappen cannot afford to crash. Anyway, sponsor obligation. We've loads of money. We don't need. If Max leaves, we should find a new engineer in place of GP. I think I've signed GP to a new contract. Sean, I do like your thinking, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, GP signed another 3-year deal, so we'll be keeping GP around for a little bit. But maybe after that contract with GP, we replace him. We finally got our factory refurbed, so I'ma see, can we develop more? What now? We're in season 9, so not happening. Rear wings, we're okay. We should... I don't want to keep in time to snatch some points off Leclerc. Yeah, but again, chat, we're struggling for the cost cap, and you're telling me sack one of your engineers, which adds to the cost cap, and is completely unnecessary. You know? Our car is now dire because... Absolutely what now? I think next next game we're gonna immediately just sign Hamilton. Ollie Behrman has almost got his overtaking to 70, he's got his overtaking to 69, lol. But chat, we are in ropey territory. We're not going to be able to develop the car the rest of the season. Hamilton's retired long ago in this save. Man has called it a day years ago. Yeah, in real life I don't really know what Merc are going to do. I think they may delay. I thought they might panic at the start, but I think they're actually going to delay making their decision until later in the season. Because I feel like they do have time to delay if they want to. Who do you reckon they're going to get? So, I did think Sainz may be cool because Sainz... Merc could get Liam Lawson, but there's no way they're signing Liam Lawson. That's just not happening, point blank period. There's no way they're signing Curveball chat? Ricciardo? Really big curveball there. Not gonna happen, but say he's doing well and Red Bull are not giving him the seat. You know? Red Bull are like, oh, but we like Perez, we're keeping him. Then Ricciardo's like, I'm out of here then. I've got myself a big seat in Merc, but that would be, in the scenario, Hamilton would need to be killing, or, Ricciardo would need to be killing it next season for that scenario to unfold. Probably would never happen. It'd be more likely that they would sign, like, Ocon or someone who I would hate. I don't like Ocon. And I feel like they would say Ocon. Yeah, if Perez has a similar year, I don't see him keeping his seat. It just really depends who signs for Red Bull. There's a rumour that Red Bull have offered a 3-year contract to Albon. I want to see Leclerc's powertrain. So Leclerc's powertrain is fine. I think Leclerc's powertrain can go to the end of the season. The issue really is with Nevertag. The source wasn't necessarily a lie. It's just Williams came out and says that he's contracted for 2025. But unless they have a big contract, that can always be torn up. You know? Alright, Elliot, have a good one. Practice the accent. I will. You bet. Be ready when you come back to hear the best Swedish accent you've ever seen. Jan helvete. 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 I'm getting there. Fan hell. I'm trying to remember the Swedish swears. It's gonna take me a little bit. We'll have a good one, Elliot, anyway. Arrow of mercy. Ollie Behrman's now 88, chat. Ollie Behrman's telling us, like, I'm here, lads. I'm waiting. I'm here, you know. Ollie Behrman's like, put me in, coach, whenever you see fit. And we're like, sweet as, sir. Sweet la. How old are Max and Leclerc? I think they're both 33. Yep, they're both 33. Ollie Behrman's 26. Meanwhile, chat, we now have Zandvoort, which is Max's home Grand Prix, but I'm not expecting a lot because unfortunately we're gonna have to run used parts here. It's gonna be raining throughout the weekend. But chat, I'm gonna say this now. If Verstappen crashes another car, Ollie Behrman is gonna get the seat because he is going to cripple our cost cap if he crashes. So Verstappen cannot afford another crash this season, because if he does crash, our cost cap is fucked for the rest of the season. We literally cannot move if he crashes. But Verstappen now is going to have to use really worn... Actually, it's practice. I need to make sure to use the really bad parts first. But we're going to have to use really worn parts this race, because we really need to save the good parts for the races where you need the long straights, you know. What if he gets rear-ended by a random McLaren or Alpha? if it's not his fault, never tag, then I will let him slide. But if it's his fault, gone. But if it's not his fault, I'm gonna start crying about the game being bad or something. Because I think if you cause an accident in real life and in the game, if you cause an accident, then you should be forced to fork up the money out of your own pocket and cost cap. How do you feel about that rule change, chat? That if your driver is the one to cause an incident, that your team has to fork up the cash plus the cost cap, damage, etc. Nevertag says all in for that rule. I think that's how they should do it. Because why should you be penalised for you get crashed into and then now you have to spend a couple million on a new car? You know what I mean?
Well, we're about to find out.
Sean says, do you think Rashore will get picked up by a good team in future seasons? I do. Well, actually, Rashore's 30 in this save, Sean, so I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, chat. Remember Red Bull violated the cost cap by like 700 or 800k in real life, this is, in 2021. And then you just think back to incidents like Silverstone, Hungary, where the Mercedes absolutely obliterated several Red Bulls, and you're like, Mercedes should have been forced to pay the costs for that. Meanwhile, the biggest damage that Verstappen did to Hamilton was damage his halo, which is not as bad as like a gearbox or like an entire fucking chassis, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Sean, is he damaged the halo. That is the biggest damage that Red Bull did to Mercedes, and that is if you think Verstappen was to blame, which the FIA believed he was to blame. So in that scenario, Red Bull would have to pay for the damages for the halo, blah 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 blah. But that was realistically the most amount of damage that a Red Bull did to a Mercedes that year. Although I will agree that if Verstappen or if Hamilton turns in whenever Verstappen does that horrendous forgetting to brake thing in Brazil, then Verstappen would have absolutely had to have pay up there. Now, what I don't understand, chat, is how Verstappen somehow got away without getting a penalty in Brazil 2021. Now, I was in Verstappen's corner the whole way through the season. I wanted Verstappen to win that season. But I do not understand how he physically did not get a penalty in Brazil whenever they were side by side and Verstappen just forces him off track. And then the FIA are like, sweet. I think it was justice that Hamilton won that race, but like, the fact that he didn't get a pen there. Jeddah, I'm less so far about Sean, because Verstappen did go over the limit, but he lost the rear end, so he was trying to make it. But he had gone on the limit, but he did try. Whereas Brazil, it was like he didn't try at all. Brazil, he just didn't even try and make the corner at all. He just tried to force Hamilton off. Kind of tried to cause an incident, and Hamilton just didn't turn in. Like, if Hamilton turns in like he should have, then he would have. The part where Hamilton ran into the rear of Verstappen, that was just Hamilton's fault. plain and simple. Verstappen slowed down to let him through, and Hamilton was just like, no, I don't want to go through, which was stupid. The communication, although chat, you do have to remember, the communication with the FIA in 2021 was horrendous, because the FIA did not tell Hamilton, Verstappen's letting you through. So I can agree it may have been unexpected, but Verstappen was told, let Hamilton through, and that's what he tried to do. And Hamilton had loads of time to react, and then just didn't. So, you know. Whereas the turn 1 incident where Verstappen forced Hamilton off track, that was more egregious. And he ended up giving the position back anyway. You know what I mean? Verstappen did give the position back in that scenario, whereas the Brazil one was like... The Brazil one, I was like, if that's not a penalty, then what will ever be a penalty? You know? Brazil was like, if that is not a penalty, then as long as you don't crash into them, you can do literally anything and get away with it. Like, that's how bad the Brazil one was. It was like, you can literally get away with murder if the driver on the outside is just too scared to admit there's going to be contact. You know what I mean? That's literally what the rules seemed like in Brazil. You know what I mean? Ocon being outside the grid box is the worst thing to happen in F1 history. Ocon's not the only one to be hit with that though, Nevertag. A couple of people have been hit with the outside the grid box pan. So they have. Now chat, look at this really cool thing that I can do now that I'm not using my PC. I can like get up out of my seat and you can still hear me. Crazy. This is so crazy. Absolute scenes. Absolute mental scenes. Crazy, because you can actually hear me still on the stream. And now I'm like walking back. And you can like still hear me. And I'm now back in shot again. And crazy, you could hear me the whole time. Which I couldn't do with this mic. Because, you know, it's stationary. You know? And I would like to use these headphones in the PC, but it's so annoying to get working that I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Anyway, we are using very worn parts here, chat. So, we'll have to see whether we're quick in quali. I think we might be rather bad in quali. Normally we've been top 3 minimum, but this one may be like Q3 if we're lucky scenario. Although Verstappen has got a lap that's close to Leclerc, despite Leclerc having way better parts in the car. You know? I think we're good for Q1. But you can see that, you know, we'll put on the used inters in the event the track dries. Absolutely, Sean. The, what do you mean, what Haas? Oh yeah, Haas are 2-4 because why else would they be? Or where else would they be? You know what I mean? But for those of you who were not here for Spain, on lap 1, Sonoda broke too late, took out 4 cars ahead of him, including himself, and one of those cars was Verstappen, and that was 5 cars out at the start of the race. Immediate red flag, and then on the restart, poor Chair completely cleaned Leclerc, broke the entire car, the whole car was on fire, so that was engine ERS system, gearbox, all at 0% because they all were in flames. Yeah, it didn't seem like Sonoda or Porchair broke at all. They were just kind of, you know, doing their thing. I think we're through, but if the track gets drier, like down to 1.0, 1.1, then we'll go back out again. Track is drying. Yeah, I think we need to go back out, chat, because the track is drying now. I think we need to go back out for a final run here. Oh shiza, it's dries for some reason. Shiza. Is it dries? Well, Russell's got a purple on the inters. Chat, it stopped at 0.76 millimeter, so I think it's still inters. We're gonna have to tell wait, we're on board with Verstappen here. We're gonna have to tell Leclerc here to push because Verstappen's actually too close to him at this stage.
You've got the margin to push.
I think we need to now push with Leclerc here. Come on, Leclerc, push. Push it to the limit.
Pick up the pace of it.
Yeah, it was at 0.7. Once it goes below 0.7, that is when it's dry. But it's now 0.77, so it's literally right on the cusp. It is right there, so this could be close, chat. This could be very close. There is a lot of soft runners, but there is a lot of inter runners as well. Porchair's gone purple first on the softs. We've both gone green though. What is this traffic? Oh, that was with the Alfa Romeos. That wasn't with us. I thought that was our traffic for a second. We've actually gone slower in the middle sector. Have we balls it up, chat? We've gone quicker, but I'm going to tell our drivers to keep going because
So, lift off. Okay.
I'm not sure we're safe. We're just going to keep pushing here. There's 4 drivers beneath us that are on the inters, so Leclerc might be safe, but Verstappen might, or actually Verstappen might be safe, but Leclerc might be out. Leclerc's gone green, Verstappen's gone yellow. Alright, chat, pushing to the line now. Whoever said we might be fine, I forgot the cancel calling button. Screw this. I forgot the cancel calling button. Unbelievable. I think we've gotten away with it though. Oh yeah, we haven't had to use the cancel call-in button in months, so I forgot about it. But I think we have gotten through by the skin of our teeth because Norris is going to put Verstappen down, or Leclerc down 1. But the drivers below us have all finished their laps. Dear Lord.
Good job.
That wasn't scary at all, chat. I was debating going in for softs, and we should have. Good to know. I will note that down in my brain for future endeavours. Ocon, Gasly, Montoya, Tsolov, and Iwasa. But in the future, chat, we will, you know, we'll know to go out in the softs in those sort of conditions. I wonder what the next session is going to be like. Yeah, it's going to convert, or it's going to transition to dry. So I'm happy enough sending our drivers out on these inters, these used inters, just to get a banker lap in, and then we'll be going on softs later on. Pretty sweet. Just both getting a banker in, and then I'll be switching now to softs for our final laps. And Norris knocked Ocon out. It's going to be dry for quite some time. I'm going to allow the natural traffic to help lift the temperature as well, but it will dry. Still waiting for it to fully dry out now. Here we go. Starting to dry out now. Track's fully dry. But there's rain coming in 3 minutes time, so I reckon we've just got to go now. Yeah, we're in the drop zone, Sean, because we just did a banker lap, not an actual full-on lap. This will be our actual full-on lap now. And I'm hoping this traffic does not get in our way of whatever this is. Yeah, Red Bull looking very rapid here. Meanwhile, Lawson's gone purple. Is also going to have the toe off the Alfa Romeo as well. Sensational. Lawson. Pull by 4/10. Easy. Easy. We've got traffic up ahead. Verstappen thankfully navigated the first part. Can Leclerc as well. Is there any more traffic here? I think there's like a Merc blocking. Is this Sonoda? Sonoda is being blocked by a Williams, chat. Sonoda could be out. Sonoda could be out of Q2, which is exactly what we need. Both their drivers have gone green here. Green Giant. Can we improve? And will everyone else improve as well? Sonoda's gone up to P5 somehow. Leclerc and Verstappen P5 and 6. 5/10 off Lawson's splendid lap. Porcher into P4. But I don't know how Sonoda's gone that quick. Verschoor's on a lap now, should surely get through, but is there no one else on a lap now? Yep, Verschoor knocks Norris out. Maloney's out, which is kinda good. We don't have to worry about the McLaren, but I don't know how Sonoda's scraped in. But let's back out now and ensure that we just call Garin. Just box now, because I think we're both safe. But yep,
Recharge.
Haas on pole with a 11-1 at this stage. Haas are looking somehow to be the quickest team. I thought Monaco and Spain was just luck, but now it's seeming to not be luck. Albon script his way into P3, yep. The Haas's are looking very quick. Yikes. Anyway. We may as well use both sets of fresh softs because we'll most likely not be using them due to the rain. We may use one fresh set of softs, I would say, but not two, I don't think. Unlikely to be using two. Oh chat, it's gonna be dry and then wet. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna save, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for Russell or Joe to go out, and then head down the road. And Russell's already out. Perfect timing. Meanwhile, there is an absolute queue here. Wow. Look at this queue, chat.
Warm up on the brakes.
Copy that.
Just a steady build up of temps now.
I think we need Verstappen to close a bit more to Leclerc to get the red ball away from him. Let's keep an eye on when Russell pushes, and whenever Russell pushes, that's when we will push with Verstappen, I believe. Because Leclerc's a good gap away from Russell. Let's look at Russell now. I'm gonna turn this up. I think I need to go now.
So pick up the pace. Pick up the pace.
Okay.
Alright, we have pulled a little bit of a gap to Joe, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
go.
You can go, you can go. But chat now, this is going to be our one run in qualifying. It's going to be wet after this run, so we realistically have one shot at pole here, and we're on worn parts, so it may be a little difficult. Leclerc, though's gone purple first. Kian, Verstappen. Pulled out of the bag. Russell's got a purple middle. Verstappen's got the purple middle. Pourchaire's got a purple first. As they cross the line now. Yeah. No. Don't brake, don't brake, don't brake, don't brake, don't brake. Keep going.
You need to push more.
Copy that.
Ah, I think it's over. We're just going to cancel the call in because... Or no, we're going to call car in. Because Leclerc's already backed out of his lap and he's also going to block Verstappen here. But Leclerc on pole at this stage. Will Verstappen call in? Yep. Yep. Versure, P2. Lawson rounding the final corner. Where'd Sonoda go? Sonoda went P5. Lawson. P6. We've got Pourchaire round next, who's gone purple, purple. Oh no. Purple, purple for Pourchaire. Is he gonna do it in the Alfa Romeo? He's got no toe and doesn't need it. Holy fucking Christ. Almost 4 tenths clear of Leclerc. Piastri 2 tenths behind his teammate. Albon now gonna cross the line. Our last finisher. Albon goes P10. It is so extremely close between P3 and P8, but then the Alfa Romeos have absolutely ran away with this race, chat. Yep, 4 tenths without a toe, never tag. Ridiculous, and that's going to be it for qualifying. Alfa Romeo look like the team to beat, but the important thing, chat, is we're more worried about Tsunoda at this stage. Pourchaire is also a worry. If we have a look at the drivers, Tsunoda's there. Pourchaire is actually a bit further back than I thought, so it really comes down to Tsunoda. Yeah, never tag. It's going to be rain the whole way through, so that is going to be it. P3 and P6, which I will take considering Verstappen's on very old parts. You know, it's kind of the best we could do. You know,
Race day has arrived.
Now the rain will play a factor here, chat. It's going to be soft inter. Exact same as last race. Really exact same as last race. Although I think it's going to take a while before it gets to the inters. Because it's only drizzles. So it's going to take a long while before the track actually gets even wet enough. Which is making me nearly want to try mediums instead. Is the inters going to go far enough? Oh, the inters aren't even going to go far enough. Okay. It's going to be a 2-stop with the inters then, I guess. I think Nevertag, I think we may change it. I think we may change it to mediums because I know for a fact it is going to take a while before it actually even gets to wet. You know what I mean? Because whenever you have like the several strands of rain coming down, then you're like, okay, I know it's gonna rain pretty quickly so that I can switch to the inters. But whenever it's like little droplets, it's just long. I mean, it is possible, but you'd have to protect the tires, and it just wouldn't be quick. Never tag. I think honestly doing a 2-stop would be quicker. The 2-stop would be quicker. But we're going to head in here, chat. I think the other drivers may be on the softs. I'm just hoping we've made the right decision here. I think actually we may struggle at the start here because they'll be on the softs. And also they may do some wonky things with the inters. I'm just hoping we play it right.
Get ready for some fighting between the sand dunes.
I think we have to stop twice, but you can see the Alfa Romeos.
Here's George Russell settling in for the race.
Starting P5 gives them a great position.
We are doing mediums to inters, but we're doing a 2-stop.
Get even better.
Because I don't think the inters are going to have the pace
Certainly be a good one, folks.
if we do a 1-stop.
Ready, and the crowds are waiting. It's the Dutch Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
So, update chat. Both Alfa Romeos are on the softs. Verschoor's on the hards. Russell's on the softs. Tsunoda, Lawson softs. Zhou hards. Everyone else on the softs. I think realistically, if Leclerc can stay with the Alfa Romeos, that's a win. If Verstappen can just hold position, which he hasn't done immediately, he's already lost out to Tsunoda that quickly. Wow. Meanwhile, Leclerc round the outside of Piastri. And Verstappen is so good that he loses positions immediately. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, Zhou now losing out to Lawson, who's immediately coming through.
So measured race pace now, Max.
And I think what we have to do is just have to say low overtake aggression, and we just have to push until it until we get the DRS, because the DRS is the only thing that's going to really hold us here. If we can go neutral, it'll help, but I think we just need to absolutely dump the battery here at the start to stay with the soft runners here, because the Alfa Romeos we've seen there were so much quicker. So if we can stay with, it'll be a benefit. Yeah, it is surprising to see that McLaren are not quicker. Thought McLaren would be quicker. Verstappen's going to try and hold on here while staying neutral. I think Leclerc has to absolutely dump the battery just to stay with Piastri, because the DRS is enabled this lap, but we need to now... oh, I thought Lawson was going for the move there for a second. We need to get to the first DRS detection point, which is still a good distance around the lap. Meanwhile, Verstappen's good here in the train because he's just hold on to the rear of Tsunoda, and Tsunoda's not really gaining a lot of time here. Meanwhile, Leclerc, he's ahead of Vershaw at least, but he is dropping back from the Alfa Romeos
Charge button.
already.
Copy that.
Please tell me he's got the DRS. He's somehow not got the DRS. Where is the detection point? Unbelievable.
Require any
And Leclerc's already gone, chat. Already gone, chat.
No guys. No guys.
Fuck me. Unbelievable.
Charge button on. Copy.
Russell's now gone through. We need to somehow hold on to the back of the softener
Turn off.
in the Red Bull. We cannot allow him to escape. We need to hold on, wait for the softs to go off, realistically, for as long as possible here. I think we can use fuel for a large majority of this, because we will be going to inters, which you can manage your fuel under the wet weather. Meanwhile, Leclerc now going to get back into the lead. This season there are so many pecking order changes from teams. It would be great if the Alfa Romeos could hit each other,
P3.
you know, but, you know, I'm not being picky. But at the same time, they're not our main threat, but later on in the season they could become a threat, you know what I mean?
Keep pushing.
And Leclerc now back on the inside of Russell. We're still just managing our ERS here with Leclerc.
Oh. That's good. Keep doing. P3.
Yeah, Vershaw has started on the hards. He'll comfortably get to the rain. We're just trying to make sure that we stay with the soft runners. And I believe their subs will fall off before the rain actually even comes out. Unless there's some like safety car or something that benefits them.
Copy.
good to push up.
Verstappen somehow managed to get the DRS there.
Charge on. Yeah, copy.
So I can see both Dutchmen on the podium. Yeah, it would be good.
have the button on.
Yeah, could be.
I've just realised Russell probably got DRS here, whereas Leclerc has not, so we need to now push to stay ahead of Versure.
Big time. Race is long.
Defend,
Anyway,
attack. Leclerc, don't suck. Where did Verstappen come from? I'm loving it.
time to go hunting. I leave it to you.
Yeah, copy.
And Leclerc somehow lost out to a fucking Haas. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ on a bike. Jesus Christ. And Leclerc's losing more time to the fucking Haas.
So, weather update. We are expecting some rain.
No, no, no. You have the DRS, Leclerc. Don't do this. Come on, Leclerc. That's more like you. That's more like you, Leclerc. We are kind of absolutely ruining these tyres, but we kind of have to at the same time.
Recharge off. Okay. Just keep up the time management.
Now, Verstappen losing out to Lawson isn't the worst thing in the world, but I realistically do not want Leclerc losing out to Tsunoda because Tsunoda's our big championship rival. Yeah, Versure's now on the fastest tyres here, chat. At this stage, we're just trying to make sure our mediums stay better than the soft runners. Because whenever the rain does come out, it's going to take a while before it actually gets to inter-weather conditions. Because the rain's out now, chat, but the rain usually does not come down at a rapid rate.
You can catch him.
Why is Verstappen, or why is Leclerc on a fucking... Why is he on high overtake aggression? Why is Verstappen on high overtake aggression?
Press and hold the overtake.
But this is an easy race for Alfa Romeo at this stage. Russell now falling back from Versure. Leclerc now needs to go for it to clear Russell, whose softs are struggling. As I mentioned, chat, the softs would struggle because the rain is going to take longer to come out than expected. Leclerc now round the outside of George Russell. And Leclerc now needs to latch onto the back of Versure at this stage. Meanwhile, Verstappen's going to cut his way through. There's a red flag out. And it's going to be Inters. Let us save. Oh, we can't even save. It's going to be Inters when we resume. It's Zane Maloney. And the McLaren. And Zane Maloney's went rear in. Eesh.
To avoid crashing into the barrier. And that won't do the car any good at all.
Well, I mean, kind of good for us because I think McLaren now have got to get a new gearbox, but not great for Maloney. But now we should both be on the Inters, I would say. Now, if we're not on the Inters for whatever reason, then this game is silly. Because it would be Inters.
Not for the first time today.
Yeah, everyone's on the Inters. Good to know. Yep, Zane did win last time out in Spa, but is now out in Zandvoort. Norris picks up the pen for that incident. Can Leclerc send it on the inside of her? Sure he does. Good send from Leclerc now in to P3 he goes.
Good job. Currently P3.
Currently P3. But now we're going to need chat is going to have to redo our strategy here. It is inter is the way to go. Now it was lap 48, and I think we'll stick with that. I think we'll not twist. We'll just stick with lap 48. Inter. I mean, it has caught us back upward again to the Alfa Romeos, but I did kind of like the gaps that we had formed. So I'm quite unsure whether it's the right way to go. But we'll see. Once Verstappen up to has Lawson behind. Are we good here at the moment? It is going to be tough to overtake, chat, so I think we just have to go for broke when the opportunity presents itself. And Verstappen just doesn't want to pull out of the toe. Yeah, we have had a lot of red flags this season. We have changed the difficulty to hard, so that has influenced what happens. I feel like now that it's on hard difficulty, there is a lot more crashes. Now the track will eventually get to... Track should eventually get to DRS enabled, I'm guessing. I don't even know if the DRS is enabled yet, but the DRS will be disabled soon. Let's see, can Verstappen get his move done on Tsunoda before then? Has the DRS still enabled here? Come on, Verstappen does send it in. Did I find any difference other than that?
Slow down. Yep.
Oh, Verstappen now on the inside of Tsunoda. Not really.
Just keep the patience up.
Okay.
It doesn't feel too different. I'm wondering, is there a team that has developed like McLaren before in this save? Because McLaren have developed very quickly in this save, you know?
As you are now, they stop.
We've got to try and get our tyre temps back down again, but for sure is here for company. But as long as we get our tyre temps back down again, we should be okay. Tsunoda though is there, Vershore's right there as well. No, don't let him through, don't let him through.
Go and take some points off Leclerc, please.
Come on, Verstappen. It's so tricky to overtake in wet weather, you just cannot allow them through at all.
You're looking good at the moment. Update on liftoff. We do require fuel liftoff.
Are we keeping
And
them at bay? I do believe we are keeping them at bay for now. Still need to get those tyre temps down though. But yeah, Nevertag, the settings does say car development and race, and I do feel like the McLaren car development may have been like drastic, like more than we expected, because we had such a gap, and then they closed the gap very quickly.
less lift off. They suggest more
I think Haas brought new upgrades in their car. Yeah, like, we've not really seen a jump like Haas have had as well. So I do think the car development is like way quicker. Were McLarens or rivals from the first race? No, it was Alfa Romeo never tag. Alfa Romeo, McLaren were one of the worst teams on the grid, and then now McLaren are one of the best teams. So they were horrifically bad and then turned it round randomly. So, kind of hard to predict what's going to really happen.
More like copy.
Think we're good at the moment. Yeah, it is a very big jump never tag. That's why it's been scary, because we've kind of done all our designs for the season, and yet McLaren look quicker already. And we are running out of money after Spain, all the crashes there, so gonna be tough to keep going, but we will see. I don't even remember where Haas were at the start of the season, to be honest. But then they've turned it around where they had a P2 in Monaco, a win in Spain. They've been quick here in qualifying. One of the quickest cars.
You can push.
Yeah, we're going to tell our drivers to be a bit more aggressive on tyres, but it's really not a circuit for it, it seems. The ability to be aggressive on our tyres. I think we'll tell our drivers to burn through our tyres round lap 40, because what we will do is we'll be, I think, one of the first teams to switch on to the new inters. Ever since Rashore got their first podium in Monaco, they started to score points. Yeah. It just completely like changed their destiny. Let's see, can we go heavy on fuel here? Because our fuel is going over yet again. No, how did you get overtaken?
Now with the Haas. There's the opening.
To get overtaken through that section is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. We're just going to tell Leclerc to absolutely chuck one up the inside. Because he has to. Yeah, what else is new? Leclerc, no defense as always. And can't even come back at Vershoor. Vershoor's just far too quick. Yeah, Vershoor is catching Oscar Piastri. And Verstappen's lost it into turn 1.
Let's take a closer look. Now look, here we head into turn 2.
Good to push up.
Come on, Max. Absolutely send it. Or not. Please. Please send it. Please send it. Come on, Verstappen. Find a way through. Meanwhile, Russell's catching Leclerc. This is horrid. I think we just need to push on our tyres now.
Until time. My tires are massively overheating.
Yep, see that.
Caution on the
I'm just going to tell our drivers now to push on the tyres until they completely fall off, and then we're just going to go in fresh inters. And Lawson is overtaking Verstappen.
Let's have a look at the action. It's all at the final.
Is Verstappen close to boxing yet? How quickly is he wearing those inters? Yeah, I reckon this is the lap to box for fresh inters. Porcher's out on fresh inters already, chat. P8, he has already undercut everyone.
Okay.
Lol.
switch you to an intermediate.
Meanwhile, we're going to go inters next lap here for Leclerc. Good stop for Verstappen. Where is Verstappen going to emerge?
Boxing on inters.
Lawson's out ahead of us, chat. He's undercut us as well.
Closer, 2 seconds. It's a little bit close.
And we've got out ahead of Hajar. Great. Great. Piastri coming into box. So is Leclerc.
Sleeper repeat box, remind.
Sleeper repeat box. Meanwhile, Piastri's had an issue, which has allowed Leclerc back ahead of Piastri. And we've come out ahead of Norris, and Norris has blocked off Piastri, but they're side by side. What a move from Piastri. Ridiculous.
Just keep it sensible on the tyres, Max.
What an insane move there from Piastri. Hilarious.
Push. Yep.
Have to back off now with Leclerc. I feel like Piastri's going to get us sooner or later.
Okay, so it's closing up a little bit.
Verstappen now needs to get Gasly here. Oh, I thought there was a bump or something there between each other there. That was scary. But Verstappen gets through, which is exactly what he needs now. He needs to cool off those tyres again
Throttle lift up.
in the clear air. Meanwhile, Leclerc just needs to kind of hold station. Keep Piastri behind will be great. And Verstappen just needs to use pace in the clear air that he has. Cool the tyres. Piastri's got Leclerc.
See what happens. Now we're approaching turn
And nothing we really could have done because there's still 33 laps left. For sure is going to come in. Where is for sure going to exit? Well, Sean, at this point in the save, it would technically be Audi. So this is Audi finally showing what they're made of. For sure exits behind Leclerc 3 seconds. Hopefully Leclerc still has the pace on him. But we'll see. Meanwhile, Lawson's found himself on a bit of a train with Ocon and Doohan. We're okay here with Verstappen. I'm actually going to take this time to harvest the energy, because we don't even really want to get caught up in the train, to be honest. We just want to harvest our energy, get our battery back, and then when we actually want to get moves, we will have our full battery, which is now.
And recharge off when you're ready. Less of a lift.
And with Verstappen now, can we get a move on Lawson? Lawson wants the move on the Mercedes. Come on, big send from Verstappen. It's a lovely send from Verstappen. Round the outside of Ocon now. Gonna move again. Come on, Verstappen. Verstappen showing us how to overtake here in his home Grand Prix. Even in inter conditions, he is pulling it off. Yeah, we're sure now only 1.3 behind La Chugga Chugga Choo Choo in the La Chugga Chugga Choo Choo train. Verstappen now, can he get doing? Not going for the move, don't know why. Will he get him now? Into the final corner goes Verstappen. And will surely escape on down the road now. Will Max finally can ease off those tyres and protect them. Meanwhile, we've still Norris to pit, Sonoda and Zhou to pit.
Try to increase Lyco.
Tried to increase Lyco. There's Lawson here. And I wanted to harvest, so we had been given time to
For track conditions.
defend to Lawson. But now this is going to be shit because Lawson's now going to have DRS, I've just realised. And Vershore's going to have DRS, I just realised. Absolutely stiffed by the game. Enabling fucking DRS for milliseconds. Just for one straight so that they could get through. Ridiculous.
Increase lift off as well, please, Max.
Now it's gone back to DRS disabled. Ridiculous. Track has changed the damp. Who's seen that one coming? Fucking ridiculous. Gotta try and get through Norris now because Norris could hold up Lawson, which will help us massively. Verstappen now on the inside of Lando Norris and does get through
Recharge on.
on the Mercedes driver who's yet to box to get rid of that penalty. Meanwhile, Piastri and tell you what, chat, Piastri and Vershoor are getting held up by Zhou. This could be an opportunity to go for some moves
I'll leave it to you.
with Leclerc now. Can Leclerc get through on Vershoor? Please, 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 please. Oh, don't back out! What are you backing out for, like? The move is there. Leclerc again sees the inside. Does he want to send it? He does send it. He almost does a double send. Come on, Leclerc.
Is back under control for the moment, Max.
Still looking for some moves here. Gets ahead of Vershoor. Can he get through now on Oscar Piastri, though? That's who's next. On track. Let's get Verstappen to ease down his tyres, then push on fuel. Meanwhile, Leclerc, we just kind of want him to absolutely send it past Piastri here. Come on, Leclerc. Somehow has lost time to Piastri, even though he was using ERS. Piastri now, gonna get through. Can Leclerc get through on Joe as well? This'll be big if he can. Oh, late send. Through goes the Ferrari. And this is precisely what we need. We need it ahead of the Red Bull because the Red Bull can now hold up for sure. Will Leclerc get some revenge on Piastri? Doesn't seem so. I think we may have to back off now with Leclerc's tyre temps are way too high. Meanwhile, Verstappen has got his tyre temps down.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Yeah, Yuki has stayed out, and I think it's the wrong decision because his tyres are about to hit the cliff soon. So Leclerc's currently on for the podium. Meanwhile, Max now just needs to keep it ahead of Lawson if he can. And Leclerc just needs to... Oh my god, Joe pits at such a random time. Which means Leclerc now needs to get his tyre temps down desperately. And also get his ERS back under control at the same time. Piastri though on the rear of Tsunoda. So we're just going to go neutral here to catch this battle really quickly. Because it could benefit us if we catch up to the rear of Piastri. And he's still not gotten through on Tsunoda. And let's go for broke again, chat. We're going to try and send it on Oscar Piastri if we can.
Try your best.
Because the move for Tsunoda should be a lot easier than the move for Piastri will be. Out of the toe. Out of the toe. Out of the toe. Never mind. You're useless. You're useless. You're useless.
Focus on tyres.
Great.
Copy that.
Come on, Leclerc. Just send it on him. Verstappen just needs to keep coasting here. And Verstappen should have P6, which is the position he started with. Meanwhile, Leclerc started P3. Needs to get... Well, he'll automatically get Tsunoda. But he could, have P2 if he can get Piastri here as well. Although there is Vershoor in behind as well, who is a threat. Come on, Leclerc. Pick a side. Any side. Man. Just to pick a side. And then send it down that side. Last go with Leclerc here. And I think it's too late because Piastri's now going to get down the inside of Tsunoda. We've just got to hope that we follow Tsunoda through here. Which we do. We've gotten past Tsunoda. And we're going to have to again back off. Protect our tyres yet again. So, we've got P3 at this stage, chat. But
Start button on.
don't really have enough left in the tank. We can hope Tsunoda that holds up for sure here. As long as possible. But we need to regain our ERS and get our tyre temps down. Meanwhile, Tsunoda has finally boxed. Yeah, it is an Alfa Romeo 1-2. We currently are where we qualified, so we're doing not horrendously. And Leclerc has to send it, otherwise the Haas is going to send it on him. Thank you, Jesus.
Judge the risk. Okay.
Meanwhile, Verstappen's just trundling along. I don't think he's going to catch anyone ahead. Just needs to not lose out to the cars behind. Meanwhile, Leclerc is going to be desperately holding on for dear life. Needs to get those tyre temps down. We've got 6 laps to go here. Well, Sean, a podium's a podium, and you deserve it if you're there. You have to be there. He is very frustrating to watch, Sean, but he is a 3-time champion. He's a 2-time consecutive champion. He could be a 3-time consecutive champion as well.
6 lap laps to go.
Yeah, Haas have recovered from their little whatever it was mishap recently. Yellow flag, don't be for us. Don't be for us.
Yellow's
Don't be
ahead.
for us.
Yellow's ahead.
It's all of us locked up. Okay. Not really necessary. For sure, very well, probably could and should overtake Leclerc. But I think we're going to just try and absolutely micromanage this.
Hunting time.
I think the Haas's are trying to push now. We've just got to absolutely send it with everything we have.
You are free to push.
I think the tyres will go to the end here, but they will be screaming. And Max now has ERS and gearbox minor damage, which is just perfect. But we had to do these used parts. Had to use them. But chat now, Sonoda's P9 Doohan is on 9% inters that are gonna pop soon. Albon's gonna get into P10 comfortably ahead of Doohan. So Albon gonna get some more points now for Williams. Surely. Surely. Yep. Surely had to. Doohan staying out that long in the inters was not the way to go. At all. Meanwhile, we're absolutely making these tires scream. Using absolutely all of the tire before the end of this session. They're extremely hot at this stage. Yeah, that was doing Sean. He's now on 6% inters. Has Hadjar almost sending it on him. Ocon's on the outside of Hadjar. They're battling over which driver gets to overtake Doohan first, and Ocon gets through. Probably should have been pushing on ERS quicker with Verstappen, because Verstappen does have loads of ERS to use. Meanwhile, we head onto the final lap. Leclerc's now 1 second back from Piastri, but has really no battery to use here. Meanwhile, if Verstappen had to use some more battery, we could have maybe got what's the thing? Could have got P5 at best. We're going to have one more go at this chat, try and send everything at Piastri. I don't think we're going to be able to, but we'll try. Meanwhile, Max now still 2.9 behind the driver ahead. Yeah, it is a very good result for Haas, an even better result for Ferrari, but an even greater result for Alfa Romeo, who are absolutely balling out with the bros. Leclerc gets to the podium for Ferrari, and Verstappen will finish P6 despite being on these worn parts, so we'll take that result. Tsunoda only gets P9, which is a win for us because we've gained massively on Tsunoda, who is our biggest threat at the moment. Although relatively soon it could be the Alfa Romeos, who all of a sudden got quick again, got a 1-2 there in Zandvoort. Meanwhile, Maloney crashed out, so McLaren looking like less of a threat again. Alfa Romeo back up there again. Albon gets the final point. Great result for Haas yet again. and Leclerc gets P3. So overall good result. Piastri gets the extra point for Alfa Romeo. They get max points this weekend. Teo Porcher up to P5. Piastri P4. So the Alfa Romeos are not far away from McLaren. And Alfa Romeo now jump into P2 in the championship ahead of McLaren. And Verstappen up to 7th. Porcher now closing to Tsunoda. And it's really these three who are starting to threaten us. We need to start scoring some good points. Yep, never tag. This is what happens when Porcher and Tsunoda take you out in Spain. This is what happens. This is what happens. Meanwhile, Liam Lawson now moves up to P14. Montoya still last, followed by Hadjar, followed by Ocon, Solov, Albon, Mick, Liam, Gasly, Doohan, Zhou, Awasa, Norris, Maloney, Verschoor, Russell, Porcher, Piastri, Tsunoda, Verstappen, Leclerc. I wonder, we're 170 points ahead of Piastri, around 144 ahead of Tsunoda, which is a distance that is closable. 144 points is, let's see here, 144 points. How many wins is that? 7 wins? 7 wins? 6 wins? 6 wins is not a lot, and that is really if we don't finish. And how many races are there left in the season? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 races left, and if we can get at the very least Alfa Romeo and McLaren stumbling over each other, then we'll win just off the back of them stumbling over each other, getting in each other's way. What would be more scary, chat, is if engineer and driver tension, like, go on ahead, lads. Don't really care too much. Netherlands feature race results. Josefa Sepulveda. I think she's going to be our reserve driver because I'm pretty sure she's the best F2 driver now. If Max wants to take them out, that'd be handy. If Max took them all out, I may reconsider re-signing him, you know what I mean? But if we have a look at all the drivers, they seem to be all having a car. The free agents realistically aren't going to be reserves. But then the first F2 driver is Sepulveda. She's an F2 driver. We could maybe get her as a reserve. And then there's Khalid, who's the next best F2 driver. Then Lacroix. But then the rest of the drivers are just reserves. There is Tursu, who's actually an Alfa Romeo reserve, who's a woman. So we've got an actual woman reserve on the grid already, which is interesting. But I'm gonna see how far we can get without... What car parts are we missing? Oh, a lot of car parts. Yikes. I'm gonna see how far we can get without giving Max like a new engine and everything, but Monza may be the downfall. Monza may be the one where we're like, we may have to bite the bullet and then fully commit that we can't really do much else the rest of the season. Otherwise we're gonna violate the cost cap, which we'd rather avoid doing. Team Hub now needs refurbed, as well as boardroom, memorabilia, and tour center. Your wish is my command. I'm gonna save that. We're gonna head into qualifying. We're gonna do practice, make sure we use all of the bad parts. I'm pretty sure we
Here we go.
I'm pretty sure we at least this track isn't raining this time. I'm pretty sure we have ATA qualifying, aka TA qualifying in Monza, I think. Haas only 43 points behind Red Bull in the Constructors. It'll be interesting to see if Haas can finally beat Red Bull. That'd be hilarious. That'd be a TikTok-worthy clip. Ah, balls. I think he has to use this engine. God. Max really does not have a lot of parts at all. And we're only around at the halfway point in the season. We still have 9 races remaining. Has Red Bull got a win so far this season? I think they might. With Russell, maybe? They haven't got a win? Yeah. Haas have got a win. Vershaw goes quickest by half a second to a Was on the mediums. In practice 1, interesting. I mean, if Haas win, then that just means they take more points away from McLaren and Alfa Romeo, so if we could put our eggs in the Haas basket, we would be like, Haas, please keep winning, because then that means McLaren and Alfa Romeo can't catch us. The thing we're worried about though, chat, is if only McLaren or only Alfa Romeo score 1-2s the rest of the season, we need them to be fighting between each other, taking points off each other. But if one of the teams is scoring, then if one of the teams is scoring all the points, then we're not going to be able to stop them. But we're going to use our best parts in qualifying next time out as we head to Monza. But that has been it for me tonight, chat. We're going to head out now. We're going to find someone to raid. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, please drop a follow. I'm going to raid, let's see, Coda's live. We'll raid Coda on our way out. But thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed, please drop a follow. I'll be back tomorrow. Or at least Wednesday. Wednesday I have a race. Tomorrow I may be a little busy. I'm not quite sure yet. But thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, drop a follow. I have been WHF Arrow. Thank you all for watching. Also, I need to add OBS. OBS next episode, hopefully. But thank you all for watching, and goodbye.